Hey crew, so me and my clanmates farmed the 1350 Master Nightfall, which was the Lake of Shadows, on Saturday and Sunday, and I have to say I have never had more fun with a build than this one. StormCaller Nation is about to rise up because you can literally have unlimited supers in a Master Nightfall. That is pretty insane. We have someone popping off with their StormCaller at every Blight and every room of enemies, which is just unheard of. And with the buffs to Bottom Tree Stormcaller and Landfall, this super is a ad clearing machine combined with the exotic we are going to use. By making sure everyone is running the correct Well of Light mods and some new mods this season, which allows to spawn a ridiculous amount of power orbs and arc wells, you can just chain supers back to back to back. And one of the hardest pieces of content in the game. I mean, a Grandmaster Nightfall is the only thing harder, and maybe, the Master Raid. That's about it. I really think the Well of Light mods are going to be the new meta, especially when you get multiple people on the fire team running them together. If you guys do enjoy this video or found it helpful, then please hit that subscribe button and become part of the crew here. Also, if you guys could leave a like on the video, that really helps out. And if you guys want to join our Discord or follow me over on Twitch, my links to those are right down below in the description, right up at the top for you. As you can see in the gameplay, every Blight or enemy encounter we get to, we're popping a Stormcaller. And I normally have my Stormcaller back before the third member of our fire team even uses their Stormcaller. So two people are chaining back to back. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's go over the build and make sure to pay attention to all the mods, because if you don't have certain ones on, then you won't be making as many Orbs of Power or as many Arc Wells that you could be making for yourself and your teammates. Also, you could sub in maybe a mod or two when we get like something like Bountiful Wells, that every time you create an arc well, you create an additional arc well, right? Different mods like that, so remember those. So let's quickly go over the StormCaller Warlock subclass. This is Bottom Tree Attunement of Elements. Our super, of course, is Storm Trance. Chain arc lightning from your hands and electrify enemies with devastating streams of arc light that intensify over time. We have our melee ability, which is Rising Storm. This electrocuting melee ability recharges your super, grenade, and melee energy. This is actually a very good melee. It recharges all different things. We have Landfall. On casting Storm Trance, fire bolts of lightning into the ground, creating a devastating shockwave under you. This also sends out like 5 different shockwaves in different directions that can absolutely destroy enemies as well. And Landfall is very strong. I believe when you go against a Titan in PvP, you can pop a Titan's Sentinel Bubble if he has under 6 resilience, I believe. So it's very, very strong. It does a lot of damage. We have Arc Souls. Every time you cast your Rift, you get Arc Souls to aid you in battle. These are better in lower tier content. Definitely not as good in, a Master Nightfall or a Grandmaster Nightfall, but still helpful. And then we have Electrostatic Surge. Your Rift lasts longer, it charges faster, and you run faster when allies are near. This is actually a really good perk as well. Rifts last longer and charge faster when you're running the Healing Rift. Of course, that really helps out in harder content. You can run any jump you want, and I'm running the Storm Grenade. I believe it's the best one. You can literally run any set of weapons you want with this. I was running double fusion in there, right, with particle deconstruction. 1k, as you saw us melting champions and melting the boss. I was using the solar fusion rifle in my secondary. You can also be running Null Composure there. There's a few different options. You can also be running Plug 1 if you need something arc, right? But that's what I love about this build, is we are literally chaining supers back to back because of the mods and the subclass and the exotic that I'm going to show you here. On our helmet, we're rocking 2 power preservation mods. These are really important. This is the new mod, a new stasis mod. Your super final blows create extra orbs of power for your allies. Literally, you're spawning a ton of extra orbs when popping your super and defeating enemies. We double stack this on our helmet, and then we also have Font of Wisdom on our helmet. Picking up an Elemental Well that matches your subclass energy type grants you temporary significant increase in your intellect, improving the recharge rate of your super. So if you have low intellect, this is a very good mod. If you have higher intellect, like technically I have 80 intellect with this build, you would want to be running something like Bountiful Wells, a well mod that we don't have access to yet, but we will soon. So you want to trade that out there. On my gloves, I'm running Elemental Light. Defeating a combatant with your super spawns an Elemental Well that matches your subclass energy type. So every time we defeat an enemy with our super, we're spawning an Arc Well, and we're also dropping double Orbs of Power from the Power Preservation mod on our helmet. Now the big thing here is our exotic, which is Storm Dancer's Brace. This got a rework and is very strong now. Our perk on it is Ascending Amplitude. Each target you defeat with Storm Trance increases the damage you deal with it. This can stack up to times 10. So it's super good for ad clear and yellow bars. When you do get to a champion, it's not very strong against a single champion, but let's say you did defeat like 8 to 10 enemies, then it can actually do some damage to a champion. If you have like a quarter left and your other 2 fire team members are on that champion, then you can help out with it. It also refunds super energy when Storm Trance ends. You literally only need 4 or 5 kills with this, and you will get half of your super back. That's what's absolutely insane. So we get half our super with Storm Dancer's Brace, and then we're just literally picking up Orbs of Power and Wells from our teammates. Also on the chest piece here, we have Overcharge Wellmaker. Defeating a combatant with a finisher spawns 2 Arc Elemental Wells. So every time you finish a champion, you're dropping 2 Arc Wells for your teammates. On our boots here, we have a Well of Potency from the Artifact. Very good mod. Picking up matching elemental wells grants you super energy. It's not a crazy amount. I believe it's only like 5%. But trust me, if there's that many Arc Wells on the ground, this adds up. Along with the Orbs of Power and the extra Orbs of Power you generated with your helmet mods, you're getting a lot of super energy from wells and orbs. And then on our bond, of course, we're running Particle Deconstruction. So our fusions, linear fusion rifles do way more damage. You can also slot another mod in here from the artifact if you want. I have Elemental Ordnance on. Defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type. So we also are getting extra wells when we get kills with our grenade. On the boots, you can use Fusion Scavenger from the artifact, right? So you can also have extra fusion ammo. On the chest piece, I slotted Sniper damage resistance and also fusion rifle reserves. And then on my gauntlets, I have Unstoppable fusion rifle, of course, for the champions, and then I have Overload bow for the champions as well. So that's what I really like about this build, is that the weapons can be whatever you guys want. It's really about the subclass, right? Bottom tree Stormcaller combined with Storm Dancer's Brace, combined with Power Preservation, combined with Well of Potency, right? All those different things are what's creating all the orbs, all the wells. That's what's getting half your super back, and you're getting half your super back by using your super to begin with. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button for me, as it really helps out. Also on screen here, there's going to be 2 other really great builds. A Warlock Stasis build with crowd control like crazy, and then a Hunter build with ability spam on Stasis as well. Both Stasis builds, both very good in their own right. So if you haven't seen those, make sure to click on them and check them out. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.